Well, good morning. I've actually finished doing these inspection chambers. For this one here, I've added the rebar, filled it with concrete. It's all ready to go for when I pour the main patio and put the rebar in. That'll tie it all together and whatnot. That was a good win over here. I've also put in some pea stone all around it, or river stone, and I have sand down to cover all the pipes. The next thing is to add some more of this small gravel, crushed gravel, at the bottom to finish off this area. This section, good to go. Another thing that I'm happy with is that I did my first bit of lime mortar. I did some in the UK when I was living there, but for me, it's the first time in France I've done their version of it. Mixed it myself. It seems to work quite well. And I filled in the hole that goes into the kitchen and it supplies the sewer pipe, and also the main water into the house, which goes, which is this blue pipe here. It worked really well. I made far too much. So what I ended up doing was, and it was just one bucket. I just did really think about how much you need for such a small hole. I did one little bucket, and what I ended up doing is just, because I have to get the at least up to this level of all the walls filled. So I started doing putting in some rocks in the walls where they had chiseled out stuff for the kitchen and for the old sewer pipe before we moved it to the new position. So that's been done. Not done all the way up, but I got one part of it to the level where I want, and then the next batch I do, or when I got to do that eventually in the next few weeks, I'll do that. I'll fill in the rest of it. I still have to run down some more water capture pipes. That's going to come from the large first floor bathroom, which is near our master bedroom, and it's going to come along and can hook up with this over here. So hopefully I'll get to that also in the next week or two. Finally, this week, I've also managed to finish this last access panel, and basically did the brickwork for it, filled with concrete, put rebar, same as everything else, but it was not too bad. I have to wait a certain time of the day because it was so hot last week. So last week we had an absolutely scorcher of a week. At some points, the thermometer on the pharmacy was reading like 44, 45 degrees, which is about 110, 115, something like that in Fahrenheit. And I put a little thermometer out on the edge of the fountain, and it was like 50, 55 or something like that Celsius in the sun. So it felt even hotter than that. So I had to go very slow. The animals were not happy. They basically sat inside all day, all the cats, and we even had a neighbor's cat coming around, and he was drinking at the pool. I caught him doing that. So I felt sorry for him, so I put a dish farther in the back behind the near the greenhouse, where it's a little more sheltered away from our cats, just in case any other cats come in and want to drink our water, especially in this heat. So we're under like a complete water ban. We can't water the gardens, we can't water bushes, you can't fill your pool, you can't wash anything. So it's been pretty tough keeping these plants alive. What I've been doing is we have a dehumidifier running in the house to get the damp out. Not much damp, but I'm still getting about 2 buckets a day, which I'm using to kind of spot water all the plants, which is why it'll be great next year when we get that water capture system going. Hopefully this year, but it'll be probably too late by the time I ever get it done. But yeah, it's been rough. A lot of the plants are dying. Hopefully they come back. The cats have been kind of miserable. Too hot. Yeah, it's been a rough week. Next week, my plan is to hopefully finish cleaning the garage, spreading more gravel, and maybe even start doing the rebar. And I'm gonna have a plastic sheet underneath it all. Put that down. I've got concrete chairs coming, probably Monday, and hopefully we just get putting this rebar down and start actually putting the patio, which would be fantastic. The weather's looking much cooler next week. If I get that cooler weather, it'll be so much faster than the pace I've been doing the last few weeks. That's for sure. So hopefully this year I'm gonna have a patio and walkways, and hopefully I can do it within about a month or so. We'll see. I wonder how many days it's gonna take me to pour it by hand, but it'll be a challenge. We'll get there. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.